Let us get some cat talk here. Brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers.
Yes, the Cats win last night 4-1 over the Philadelphia Flyers. Cats now back up to 97 points on the season, a mere point behind the New York Rangers, who got past the Cats in a shootout. It was a tough one. I will say, Artemi Panarin, Breadman, you don't got to do your boy Bob like that, man. I mean, listen, I thought you was friends, baby. And he was giving Bob the business. Carter Verhaeghe gives the Cats the lead, and then Artemi goes, take it right back. And so they even things up, get into the shootout. And Cats come up short there. So they lose 4-3, but then they bounce back with a big-time win over the Flyers on the road. And the Flyers, I think, have gotten the Panthers the last couple times. So nice to get a little revenge. Yeah, so nice to get a little revenge against them. And the big story out of this one, Sam Reinhart. Rhino, dude. Do you have the calls here, Marcos? Sam Reinhart last night. He hits the 50-goal mark, but he got things going early, giving the Cats a 1-0 lead in the first period for goal 49 on the season in a game where the Cats did not have a lot of shots on goal, but they made the most of their work. Here is the call, Doug Plagans on the Cats Radio Network.
Cousins snaps it rink wide for Lundell, giving him on tour, hops in the offensive end, left circle, Lundell, Reinhart, right circle shot, he scores! Sandstrom got a piece of it, but not all of it, and Sam Reinhart has the Panthers on the board, just past the first period's halfway point. Sam Reinhart finds the back of the net for the 49th time this season. 1-0 Panthers, and that's exactly what the Panthers were looking for here in this first period.
Yeah, we're able to get out to a lead, which has been nice because the Cats have been falling behind in these games. Vladimir Tarasenko, then in the second period, the new Panthers acquisition, he'd put them up 2-0 with a power play goal. So much like the Rangers game, the Cats did get out and storm out early. They just wanted to maintain this one. Thankfully, Carter Verhaeghe comes out in the third period. He puts the Cats up 3-0. So then the Flyers go empty net with like 4 minutes left or something like that, Marcos. To try and get an advantage. They get a goal, but it wasn't enough. They could not start the rally because Sam Reinhart, he would get his historic 50th goal of the season. Only the second person in franchise history to do it. Only the third time it's been done. Pavel Bure doing it both times previously in Cats history. But here was the call last night. His 50th goal of the season, an empty netter.
Now into the corner, picked up by Lewoski out front. A shot, Reinhart, he scores on the empty net. 50 goals for Sam Reinhart. And the Panthers take a 4-1 lead with 1:12 to go. Sam Reinhart is the second Panther in franchise history to reach 50 goals in a season. Congratulations to him on 50 and counting. Sam Reinhart set up by Eetu Luostarinen for the empty net goal. And you could see the excitement on Sam Reinhart there as he hit the big 5-0 on the campaign.
Goosies. And quite frankly, Goosies galore, dude.
Goosies galore.
That is an awesome mark for Sam Reinhart to hit. He has been amazing all season, and the Cats look like they're starting to right the ship a little bit. It's been it's a little bit funky, but a couple of road games, it seems like things are starting to straighten out for them. I mean, last night, I'll tell you one thing, Marcos. I don't know if you saw this, but Felix Sandstrom, the goalie for the Flyers.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. John Tortorella, bad attitude, right? Everybody knows this about him. He's a crankopotamus. And
what?
Oh, dude, he is a crankopotamus, dude. He is. Oh, he is a crankopotamus and then some. And so their goalie last night, he only had 14 shots. He gave up 3 goals. And so he was asked about his performance yesterday. Now, mind you, if you're not watching right now, this loses a little bit something. But just picture Tortorella and his sour puss face, which is always the same. His crankopotamus beard. But he also has, to add to this, he has what appears to be a broken thumb. So he has a hard cast at his thumb. And there's just something like we saw this when you can't use your thumb, you lose your authority a little bit. I'm sorry. It's just like you don't have quite the toughness and grit that you do with a workable thumb.
You can't even make a fist.
He's sitting at the podium and he's asked about his goalie's performance. And well, he just has no words. He just stares at the reporter for a good uncomfortable 10 seconds, if even that long, and then just walks off the press conference.
Felix Sandstrom wasn't too happy with his performance. He just felt like he missed a couple there. Do you feel like he could have used some more subs?
So he just goes and he looks at the reporter and he goes, excuse me there, Tots. Felix wasn't too happy with his performance there. And you can just see like he just goes double hands up. One of the hands has a giant club on it and just goes, hits the podium.
So loud.
And just so loud and just angry, and then just walks off the podium. He's just so mad because his goalie couldn't even stop anybody yesterday. Meanwhile, he goes empty net with like 5 minutes left in the game.
Paul Maurice would never.
Paul Maurice, oh my God. Well, Paul Maurice probably. How did he break his hand?
Yeah, how did he break it? Just his thumb.
I don't know. Here was Paul Maurice yesterday after the win.
At 6 o'clock. So it was hard. And then we had a bunch of guys out of our lineup. So, it wasn't going to be pretty. We weren't selling tickets here tonight, but they played hard. Anthony Stolarz was outstanding. Nico Mikkola. I mean, that guy was an incredible find for our team. You see, he went corner to corner heavy all night long. Sam Reinhart, 50 goals. Such a rare thing in a player's career to be able to score it. He had a year that scored 50 goals. That puts you in elite class. So I thought we feel like we've had a whole bunch of adversity lately, and we kind of need it to be at our best. So there won't be a lot of video that we use in terms of perfect style or play of our game. We won't brag about what we were trying to do, but we had some hard efforts out there, and really happy for the team, but for those three guys.
To elaborate on Sam Reinhart, what does the number 50 represent?
It's just such an elite class, and there just would be very few people whose names that score 50 that you don't know. I mean, you've just heard of them because they're the superstars. But 5 of those are shorthanded goals, right? And that tells you that he's playing both sides of the puck. So there's some guys who scored 50 who couldn't find their own end, right? Sam's a battler and a team first player, style player. We're just so fortunate to have him.
Oh, bro, did you see in the Rangers game on Saturday, Marcos? The Cats are trying a furious rally at the end, and Sam Reinhart throws like a Yuri Prohashka spinning back elbow into one of the Rangers. It was like, whoa!
Liked it.
Plays like a badass, man. And yeah, like at one point, I don't know if he's still, but at one point leading the league in shorthanded and power play goals. So he's had an incredible year. Deserves all the accolades and praise, and has been awesome. Is he going to get what?
60.
Oh.
Panthers record, right?
I mean,
Panthers
we've seen like. Let's see. What are we at right now? How many games do we have left? We got.
Yeah, it's probably more.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I think he's
11 games. I mean, kind of a big ask, right? That's a big ask. You're saying a goal every game.
No, he can skip one game and just get 2 at least. Sometimes he does it. Sometimes he does that.
Fair enough. Tortorella. So, by the way, I think he's fresh off of a suspension because he refused to leave the bench after getting ejected.
Oh, okay, so
he just refused.
This guy doesn't want.
He refused, and I mean, it's just, and I don't like him because he was so mean to Bobrovsky in Columbus. Now at the time I didn't care because I didn't care about the Columbus Blue Jackets, but then Bob and I became boys, and you're not mean to my guy. That's not. I'm not accepting of that. But yeah. By the way, speaking of the goalies, Stoley the goalie, Stolarz. He continues an awesome season as well. He was tremendous yesterday. And what can you say, man? The Cats, they are a rolling. We will